call me slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on me, camouflage bells. Blue diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil.
Back on 80. 2. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And this run game certainly didn't waste any time getting settled in. Nice job by the offensive line, displacing defenders at the point of attack, and allows the back to pick up a nice chunk to get this game rolling.
But somebody gotta do it. Come on, put up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.
Here we go, shot.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. 10 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Come on, ready.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That one broken up in the end zone, and it's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there, and now it's 4th down.
For the field goal, a 28-yard attempt.
Elliott's kick is good, and the Eagles are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. That's quickly out to Williams. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, Sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing. Nix. Oh, he couldn't set his... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, one of the Lions in there to get on it, and Detroit keeps possession.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Go! Ready, ready?
They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Check smash! Check smash! 60 Bobcat! 60, 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler!
Now, faking the give, exiting the pocket right. That one, incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And he got all of this one. Headed for the sideline. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Lions ball to begin this second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. The Lions called their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Detroit.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll get this out wide. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play. They face 2nd down and 7. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
It's 3rd and 4. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. Here's Gibbs. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Ball still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. This one tapped forward on the pop pass.
The ball carried by the wide receiver. A gain of 7 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. Gibbs. And no signal. Didn't look like he got there. He did not. And now the tension mounts. 4th and goal.
That one didn't have a chance, Mike. They do a great job of getting penetration, clogged up the run lanes, and now this offense has a decision to make here on 4th down.
Chance to get the lead before the break. Here we go. 4th down and goal. Try to get him to jump. Did not work. Good job by the defense to stay disciplined. It's a delay again. The Lions going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Lions will tie this game up here late in the first half.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Ready.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Rig alert. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Flush to his right. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
60, Dragon 60. Trap 60. 79 Broncos.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Ready, set. Come on, set. Hawks 70, Hawks. Ready.
Back to throw. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. It's 2nd down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Panther 60.
They'll They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. A return now from the 4. Crazy. And he finally gets forced out of bounds, but that was a fantastic return.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run it to the right here with Gibbs. Finds an alley to the 35. And he will score! Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 16th touchdown of the year.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, first time today.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the jump. Panther 11. Panther 11. Get up.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
It's a gain of 20. And the Lions first down.
first down throw for Knicks. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. He's got the first down, not by a whole lot. Only gets 3. That's all he needed for a new set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get about 5. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Gibbs. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now a give to Gibbs, running right. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Gibbs. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 6. He'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
That's good.
Call it a gain of 13. good for an Eagles first down.
At the 38-yard line.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Ready, break. Ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos.
Throwing now from the gun. Moving to his right. Taking off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Count the 60, count the 60, Cowboy 80. Chop 60, chop 60. Ready,
He'll look to throw. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Downfield, he's got Horton. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
19 yards.
That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. And that ball incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Another try, 2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 1st and goal.
Bombers.
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Corey Horton. Touchdown, Lions. His 4th TD grab of the season.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Let's go. 60, Cougar 19. Go.
They'll begin here on the ground. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. The Lions call their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
Tiger, 19, Tiger. Dragon 60. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Liking 18. Ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. He'll return it from the 11. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He was tackled at the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here comes 2nd down. To the left side, and is caught by Horton. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before 3rd down. Throwing, Nix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Detroit.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle. Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here. This might be one final heave to the end zone.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to force overtime. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed 1 possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime.
Tight, 19 tight. Panther 11, Panther 11, 2. Steady.
Off off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A huge play there in overtime. 33 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
They'll stay on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Set. Deputy Lions.
They'll stick with him again. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Past the 45. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Detroit.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
You had a feeling they might do this if they scored. The head coach says, let's end it here. They'll go for 2 and the win. On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL.